Good afternoon. I'm Tamsin Smith, Henry Crown Fellow, Lucky 13. I think I'm the only one here to say. So I know some of you were up very early this morning to take a hike at Maroon Bells. My kids, Tabitha and Scully, were there. I stayed in bed to work on the poem I'm going to share with you now. But having taken that hike in years past, I know it's the perfect place to escape the craziness that surrounds us and get a little perspective. It's a perfect place to compose a poem, to paint a painting, to consider the path you're on. And in doing so, to consider the path that the world around you is also on. And in art making, as in life, you have to make choices about which conventions, which rules you want to follow, and which ones you want to break. So it's in that spirit that I've titled this poem, Maroon Bells. I was told there would be no math in this dominion of undressing, byword and behest and plein air. I simply sought a way to see more by assuming less. Locus stripped down to natural light and weather of mind, sensation selecting its own principal objects independent of edict or antecedent. Answers tell us so little when they are ordered, not felt by the self-daring disorder. That is why I come here, to know fear, to fail first, alone, without viewfinder, to define me or the quadrants that divide, where my trees tower too tall, their flattened leaves blurred by air of mind above these streams so narrow. It is hard to sort sky from shadow and wind shift, yet no one demands coherence from the painter, grumbling, what is she trying to say? This is the question for poets. As if we know much beyond, no one ever is, only one, among meadow and pure possibility, squeezing tubes and pleasing tones to accord answers as the absence thereof. We arrange and disarrange applications thick or faint to whim, yet within the sweet solace of freedom forgets the bothersome constraint of multipoint perspective. The need for paint to acquaint, to guide another's eye across the geometric plane towards some common vanishing point, such as a cliff or horizon, a gestured path, where we find ourselves treading water in the pooled law of concurrence, needing each other to stay afloat. Past pretending we're immune, we have had this fight before. Now is not the time for watchwords and euphemism, sides dividing from each other. Please stop saying you don't understand. Bring your imagination closer. What fools to think we can own knowing or each other. I drove a train through your mountains. He dug a tunnel in your sea, sunk the human odds. I am no better than you, or those we both dismiss. In the gut of the poem, a mouse hole, a crawling towards this. Heroes do not exist beyond history's peacetime wish. We intersect, two receding parallel lines appearing to converge. We are the tip of the iceberg. Thank you.